So tell me, is you ready, baby? Tell me, is you ready, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Be Like Dee channel. It's your girl D coming back with another review of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 episode 2 and 3. Alright, so life was life, and so let's get into the episodes. Okay, so episode 2 starts off where we left off with Candy and Courtney going at it. Basically, she go head with that bitch, and and then you got Kenya and Sheree talking about Martell's ass. So I'm just gonna run through the episode real quick. So basically, Kenya trying to give her like, yeah, I just want to say he DM'd me. She wasn't saying like it was this big deal. I'm just saying if it come up, you heard it from me, and I want to hear the same. That's what she literally said. I would want to hear the same. And then here goes Sheree bringing Martell into it. Was he's here? You can tell him. So you making it a scene. But then she gonna say later on that he was attacked. You brought him over there to get attacked. They was just saying what they heard to you. And then anyway, so then they just split up Candy and her fight. So that was over with. She just said she keep bucking at me like this. But anyway, so then they all calm down. They go sit down. But then Martell trying to do that thing where he pretend like he not really mad, he not really bothered, but he really is pissed off. Because that's why he was coming at Kenya aggressive, but he was doing that passive aggressive when he was like, what does it matter for you bringing it up? You answering DMs. You probably got a whole bunch of DMs that you accept. And then that's when Kenya like, hold on, what the hell you trying to say? So he trying to call her a hoe like he did his ex-wife on national TV. Sheree. So he trying to play her like that, and then Sheree gonna act like, oh, hold on. Then so of course Kenya just go in on him off top, like, you just disrespectful. What you said to this queen? She's like, you a piece of shit. Once a cheater, always a cheater. You did it to your wife, and you gonna do it to Sheree. I was like, well, thank you, Kenya. Thank you for saying it all. But this relationship is not real. But okay. But he's still gonna make her look like a dumbass, which he already does. So after all of that, what else happened in the episode? Candy went to their restaurant Blaze. They, I guess, revamped their menu or whatever. The producer come out and try to force all of them to talk about what happened between Candy's cousin and the shooting that happened at their restaurant. They was like, you ain't gonna talk about the elephant in the room? I said, well, damn, how you just gonna break the fourth wall and the producer gonna be like, you gonna talk about it? Come on. But then in Candy's confessional, she just said that an employee was having an issue with her cousin, who was the kitchen manager at the time, and they had some words, and he shot her cousin. I'm like, okay, that's what happened. She said, sound like that case closed. But of course they finna make a whole big deal out of this, and he goes Sheree in her confessional, we don't know if we're getting biscuits or bullets, as Sheree does. But then we also had Sanya and Candy sit down, and Sanya told her all the stuff that Courtney was saying, which, as Candy, if I was Candy, hell yeah, I'd be pissed off. I'm like, hold on, so you ain't tell me this before the party? Which she did say, how you know I got an issue, or this girl got an issue with me, and you let me just walk into that. I'm like, that's true. That's true. She tried to play like, but then she gonna bring it to him like, she wanted to tell you this. No, you could have been telling me this. So then when they have their little sit down after talking about it, she was like, did she want to tell Candy all the stuff she was saying? So then Candy like, so what was you saying when she said all of that? Did you defend me? And then Sanya was like, well, she wasn't calling you ghetto. Sanya was like, she was in trouble. And then Candy in her confession was like, man, hell nah, I need people that's gonna defend me, not people that's gonna sit there and let the bitch talk shit about me like they did last season, okay? Which was real. I mean, come on, don't do that shit. This ain't Basketball Wives where Shawnee would sit there and Kiki would eat everybody as they joke about everybody. But anyway, so then what else happened in the episode? Drew, finally see Drew. She talked about what happened with her father. So her father has Alzheimer's, and I'm like, your husband ain't shit because he wasn't there for you. But they want to pretend like they are all right in their marriage. They having a good time. They actually working together even more. It sounds ridiculous. And she's doing music. I'm like, okay, she doing her her music thing again. As soon as she said that, my mind went straight to when she was on Girlfriends and she was doing that. I got something on my banana, split, split, split. But yeah, so she back doing her music. Her song did sound kind of alright. I was like, okay, maybe. But I always hate when I kind of hear that auto tune now. I hate when that's the first thing I hear from you vocally. But okay, we'll see for Drew. But other than that, oh yeah, and then the last scene that I remember is Kenya and Sheree talking, and Kenya was speaking facts the whole time. Like, Sheree, if he gonna talk to me like that, he gonna eventually talk to you like that. And me and you already know the signs of an abusive man. Okay, I said thank you, Kenya. Say it loud because ain't nobody listening. Okay, because if Kenya clocking it, somebody else needs to be clocking this shit too. And he goes, Sheree, no, you was attacking him. No. She's like, no, I was defending myself because I was by myself. I didn't have no man here to defend me and all that shit. But he did come at her with extra aggression, but tried to pretend like it was like, yeah, why you bringing it up then? Huh? You don't need to do all that. Just say, whatever. That was something old. That's it. He made it like, don't be bringing that shit up. You probably answering everybody's DMs. That's what you went to? He could have just been like, I sent it, okay, whatever, like he was. But he had to add that extra. You probably answering everybody's shit. Not shit hoe. But anyway, and then they basically just Kenya was trying to like, okay, we're just gonna agree to disagree because you're not getting it. And I'm like, okay, I like that too. But I wish Sheree would just stop playing the fool. She is always on the wrong team. Okay. Okay, so we got taglines this episode. Okay, so Candy's tagline is, my roots are in Atlanta, but my branches are worldwide. I said, okay, I like that. That was cute. Drew's is, forget the gaslight, I'm taking the spotlight. I'm like, okay, girl, I guess it makes sense, but you can't forget the gaslighting because that's what he does to you every day. So Marlo's is, my past may be checkered, but my future is solid gold. I'm like, okay, girl. Okay. So Kenya's is, I don't just do it for the culture. I am the culture. I'm like, okay, so what does this mean? Her doesn't make no sense. So it got to tie into whatever the hell she doing this season. So what is that? Sheree's is, she by Sheree. More like, she broke the internet. Girl, bye. That's the story you going with? I forgot she keeps saying that everybody went to the website, so the website crashed. She lucky that. I mean, that means everybody wants to go to her website. Girl, bye. Did anybody receive any merchandise? And then she on the episode like she was shipping out merchandise. Okay, and saying is this, if you can't keep the pace, stay out of my race. I'm like, okay. Of course, something related to her being a runner. Okay. Okay, so I would say the best one, it was Candy's, because everybody else I was kind of like, what? Candy's with her, I may be rooted in Atlanta, but my branches are worldwide. Okay, that was cute. But everybody else, it was a little shaky. Okay, so episode 3. Okay, so we open up with Sheree at her house. She having brunch for her, Marlo, and Sanya. The food looked good. I like that they kept panning to it. At first I was like, why they keep panning to this food? Because they boring. But the food did look good. I was like, well, damn. But anyway, so they want to talk about, they was talking about BravoCon. Apparently beef got stirred up there with her and with Sanya and Drew. And then Sanya, somehow she was all excited because everybody was fangirling out and stuff like this. I'm like, okay, I bet that was kind of nice when you see people that actually like you or whatever. But then also you got the flip side. So how was that? But anyway, so and then they also brought up Mama Joy. So they did a segment and it was like, Mama Joy say 3 nice things about Todd, and then she gonna say he's still short. And I'm just like, what? So then everybody was like, they surprised that she still has negative things to say about Todd after all this time. I'm like, exactly. Like, just get over it. She got to get it together. She coming off as bitter old lady. Like, are you mad that they together? Like, what is your issue? I don't get it. And then Sheree talks to them about like her and Kenya had to agree to disagree with the whole Martell situation. She said because Kenya felt like Sheree was defending Martell, which she was, but she's like, I'm just defending what's right. He felt ambushed. You brought him over there to ambush him with information that didn't even matter. You should have just left it at how you left it. Then she talking about she seen the DM. He told her about it, and they seen it. And it was about nothing. That's why I was like, oh, what it was it? Tell me about it. Girl, you ain't know nothing. Girl, bye. But anyway, then Marlo trying to tell some BS story about how her and her nephews was arguing over homework. I'm like, girl, I don't care. And then she says that at first she wasn't too happy about Marcel either, but now she thinks he's showing up. He's doing the things that people didn't think he would do. And then he goes Sheree in her confessional talking about, yes, exactly. Marcel is nothing like that arrogant, rude guy that you see on TV. He's not that guy. I would not be attracted to that guy. Yes, you are. Because ain't no way you can see that and still want to date that man in real life. Girl, no. Because that's him in real life. That's what, did you think he playing some character? Did he tell you he was playing some character? Girl, stop. How do you feel about him being in custody court? How you feel about that? Bringing his ex-wife trying to take all her kids. How you feel about that? How you feel about a man that'll do that? I'm gonna hit you with a Kiki, poor sad soul. So now we get this boring ass scene with Drew and Ralph going on a date, and she in her confessional trying to convince us that their marriage is getting better, that after they went to counseling, everything is good. That's why they're going on this date. And then they're working together has actually brought them back together to the genesis of their relationship, because they started out in music together. And this man gonna say, yeah, they like Ike and Tina. And then she like, what? Wait, what? He was like, yeah, like the good Ike. Ain't no good Ike. That's how you know something wrong with this man. That's not the good Ike. And then she in her confession talking about, no, he didn't. I'm thinking Beyonce and Jay-Z. He talking about Ike and Tina, and I ain't finna eat the cake anime. So I'm like, okay, Drew, we're gonna see him, right? Because the allegations that they saying, that you saying, allegedly, so we gonna see. But anyway, this whole scene was kind of like, so they talking about how they was both loving the music and the streams of her song, and they ain't had no marketing, just imagine what they can do. But then all of a sudden he like, but I also want to do my own thing. And then she like, well, maybe he's pulling away, but I hope it doesn't affect our relationship. I'm just like, okay, so it's gonna affect our relationship. Now we get this scene with Kenya, and she's trying to do something with her business, Kenya Moore Hair Care, and the way she talking to these people, she done lost her damn mind, okay? I am not the one. You is not finna be talking to me like that. Why didn't you get it done? And I was like, oh no, that is not how you talk to people. And then she in her confession talking about how she a boss and that she's a mentor to the people that she works with. I was like, you know what? They found the funny in it too, because she talking to these people crazy. Then they cut to her saying how she a great boss in the confessional. Then they cut to her being disrespectful again, and she's talking about how she a mentor. Like, girl, no, not talking to nobody like that. I don't know. The girl looked at the camera like, yeah. Kenya look like she over there throwing phones at people. But anyway, so she calls Monyetta, and Monyetta is supposed to head out to LaToya's wedding. Look, that's just random information that we learned that she headed out. She doing choreography. I didn't know she was a choreographer, but I ain't really watched the last season like that. So I just know she is Candy's friend. So she a choreographer, and Kenya got to do some kind of football game event that she gonna be performing it with Kenya Moore Hair Care. She want Monyetta to choreography. So that's what they gonna do. They seem so excited though. I was like, okay, wait, this might be a cute little fun thing. But girl, don't be talking to Moneta like you was talking to talking to them other people. Cause hell no. Hell no. And that's the part of Candy that I do not like. That brought back that bitch. Hold on now. So now we're over to Candy and her candy coated clique, which was just done one. And they was making a whole list of all the shit she'd have to do. And I was like, why is this giving me that scene with Mel on Love and Marriage Huntsville vibes when her team like, and then we're gonna have you doing this, and then we're gonna have you doing this. I was like, well, okay, Candy, I guess shit. She was like, well, this must list getting pretty long. It did look like a damn equation on the board. And then apparently Todd wants to produce some movie called The Past and Pass or whatever. And she want to be executive producer, but Don Juan just trying to tell her she needs to understand that he gonna want all her attention on this role, basically, or whatever they want to do. And then they get to talking about BravoCon. Everybody's talking about BravoCon this episode. BravoCon. So they saying that apparently all the things Mama Joyce was saying. So she said even most stuff. Apparently they was giving her messy questions. So it really was kind of like she should have not taken the messy questions, but also Bravo was being messy. So you need to be mad at Bravo as well. Asking her what kind of man she would want for her daughter. Her daughter already got a man, so now what? But then she was talking about maybe when they had a decent job. I'm like, he was what was he, a producer? He was behind the camera of this damn show. Like, come on. But whatever, he was doing all kind of other stuff, TV and film. Like, come on, stop, Mama Joyce. What job have you had? All you do is take your daughter's money. Anyway, so then Candy at this point, she tired of it. She was like, they was like, what you gonna do about your mama? Have you ever told her how you feel? And Candy looking like, shit, yeah, she just don't give a damn. And I guess at this point, Candy's like, I ain't talked to my mama since then. And at this point, I don't give a shit about how you feel about my marriage. Just know that it's my marriage and you need to respect it. I'm like, exactly. Thank you, Candy. But please say it to your mama, because I'm tired of it. It's been too long. You've been married. Ain't they been married for like 10 years now? That's ridiculous. And she's still going on. Like, stop. She go worry about something else. Like, and then Candy, her confessional, like, she looked pissed. Like, yeah, she over it. They already have their own issues. And her mama adds to shit on top of that. She's like, and then she don't care that they kids might see it one day and feel the way that their grandma was talking shit about their daddy. I'm like, exactly. But you know what? She don't care because she don't care how you feel. And you let her establish that over and over and over again. But anyway, so that was that whole scene with Candy and her coded clique. But oh yeah, and then she's saying that her and Todd basically got working together so she can get her EGOT status, and we already know she on that right track because she even got nominated for like what, a Tony or an Oscar or something like that, and she already got a Grammy. I don't know, but anyway, she almost there. So now we're over to Drew and Ralph's ass, and as always, they get on my nerves. And she on the phone with Candace. Candace inviting her to her performance. Cousin Courtney is coming, and I hate that they call her cousin Courtney because it's giving cousin Faith, okay? Just the way they saying it, and I just don't trust Ralph. Anybody in his family, and then he gonna be fucking up, okay? I don't trust it. But so she coming over, her and her baby daddy, who was apparently in some 90s groove something, I don't know, but whatever. She got a 24-year-old child. I was like, well, damn, how old is she? But maybe she like Sheree's age, because ain't Sheree kids like that old? But anyway, so yeah, she dated this man on and off for 20 years. And then Drew was all excited about Candace inviting her for this performance, and then she ended up calling Candy, and she gonna say, first of all, let me just introduce family, and then she gonna show Courtney. After Courtney just politely, after she said she was calling Candy, she's like, well, I'm gonna go over with the guys. That mean you know something is up. But no, here go Drew like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, because Candy was like, okay, this why you called me? She's like, well, I didn't, in her confession, I didn't know Candy was gonna react like that, but why she act like that to cousin Courtney? I'm like, so y'all just gonna embrace her like y'all just known her all your life. Okay, y'all. So then they get into talking about what happened with Candy, and she started to my, I don't want to go to your performance if somebody's gonna be insecure. Who's insecure? You? It sure ain't Candy. Cause you the one starting problems with her. It's like you starting a ridiculous issue, but then you trying to make it sound like I'm just over it. Like I don't understand why she's so interested in me. So now we get this unimportant. I really don't care for Marlo's scenes because I don't feel like it's real. I feel like everything she's doing is like putting on so people see that she has changed her ways from kicking them out. So anyway, they in the car talking with her nephews. And she mentions the one that passed away and that she hard on them because of that. Okay. So then we got them all going to Drew's event. Actually, Candace's event from Real Housewives of Potomac. Had her whole damn performance, and then Drew came out there to sing a little hum and ha or what everybody kept saying. She sung a little woo woo woo. Woo wop wop bam boom. That's all she sung. I think it's because she didn't know most of the words. I feel like if she would have known most of the words and they would have practiced, she probably would have did maybe a whole song. But it was kind of like a guest appearance. Come on stage, hey everybody, goodbye. But everybody was feeling it though. Everybody was like, okay, give us more. But everybody was like, that's it. She invited all these people and that's all she did. It was a whole mess, and she was excited. She was like, yes, I'm back, I'm doing it. So then they go to the back area of Ross, what's his name? Whatever her husband's name is, Ralph. Gave her flowers. They all excited, and all the girls go to talk. And here go Courtney hyping her up, trying to be in the scene. And then Candy looking at her like, girl, sit down somewhere. She did speak to her though. She said, hey, how are you? When they came up. But anyway, so they end up squashing beef. So apparently Sanya and Drew end up talking like, I don't understand why you keep bringing this stuff back up. I thought it was good. Apparently they was beefing over some posts about her doing the hair flip at the reunion, which they cut out. Remember they cut that out because at first it was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? She flipping that hair, you know what happened when they be doing all of that. But they end up cutting it out. But then they gonna show it to us back at this little flashback. I'm like, this is some bullshit. But anyway, so it was started with that, the hair flip post, and then she did some kind of other post that was supposed to be like funny clothing, whatever. And they were just like, okay. She was like, well, you coming here today, let's just start it over from here then. I'm like, okay. But then in Candy and Kenya's confessional, Kenya like, they just tired, them two are tiring with they beef. Like, and then Candy was like, yes, y'all need to get somewhere, I go somewhere with this, okay? So I'm like, yeah, everybody tired of both of y'all. They was like, they don't get they on and off again friendship. But here they go again on the merry-go-round. So we up right now. Let's see what the end of the season gonna look like. So then it's like, squash the beef. So then who else had to talk? So then Sanya brings up Manyetta's issue with Marlo, and then Marlo kind of just was like, oh, okay, sweet, that's all you had to say to me. Manetta was like, yeah, because you said that Candy let Manetta talk. She was like, yeah, you said as long as I wasn't rude to you. It was kind of like Marlo was like, okay, girl, bye. And then Manetta was like, okay, girl, bye. Marlo really did like dismiss her, like, okay, that's what your problem was? Okay. I was like, damn, Manetta, you just got sunned by Marlo. But anyway, so then that was over. Then Drew tries to bring up the incident. No, they brought up the incident with Candy and Courtney. And then Candy was like, yeah, you said something to Sanya about me bringing out the hood. And she was like, yeah, I said it. I was like, okay, good. You own that you said the shit. So then she was like, yeah, because I'm from the hood. I got family from the hood. Like, I grew up in the hood. Yeah, I just said it was some ghetto people that you brought. Candy started turning up, and even Kenya had to jump up and was like, yeah, but the way you talking right now, you kind of revving it back up because you being all rah right now. I'm like, yeah, because I don't she want an issue so bad, she want a moment, and she know giving Candy all that energy is giving Candy get up and want to drag your ass energy, okay? So then Candy going off like, well, anyway, you talk about people from the hood. What's wrong with people from the hood? Then she's like, well, I was just saying you bring those people out. She was like, well, I bring everybody out. I said, okay. Candy's the point is I bring everybody. I said, okay, bitch. It was good. It was good. The tone, the delivery, she was pissed. Courtney done found another way to. Well, actually, they done found another way to get at Candy because Candy can't deal with this Courtney girl. She's gonna have to get out the show because Candy gonna have to end up putting hands on her. But anyway, so then that was the end of theirs, and then what else happened? Marlo. Oh, then Drew tries to bring up the shooting at Candy's restaurant, but she didn't say shooting. She just said the incident. It was on the news, and then he go Marlo on what incident? The shooting got hurt. The shooting. I'm like, okay. And then she was like, yeah, it was just a private incident, private matter, whatever, nothing. And then Marlo gets mad. She gets like, okay. She turns to the cameras like, okay, I'm leaving because y'all will not want to talk about Candy's issues, but everybody got to talk about their issues. And I was kind of like, I didn't really see that, but I mean, she talked about it already earlier in the episode. But it was in her confessional. But did she actually talk about it in scene? I don't know, but like, it's not that deep. It ain't like it was a whole. I don't know. Drew said she was there 2 days before that incident happened. And then all of a sudden, we get some scene. They said that happened after the cameras was trying to wrap up. So Drew and Marlo are arguing, and it made no sense. It made no sense to me because Marlo is saying that her nephew died and that he worked at Candy's restaurant, so it was triggering her. And why Drew couldn't say the word shooting, it was just like, what? She's like, she wanted Drew. Basically, she seemed like she wanted Drew to come at Candy harder than what she did. And Candy was like, well, I don't want to be insensitive, especially if something like that happened to you as well. And she's like, I'm from Chicago. I have people that died too, but I'm not trying to trigger nobody. That's what kind of Drew was trying to say. She was like, but I'm not you. And then I don't understand. Then Marlo starts turning to my nephew is dead. Like what? Then in her confessional she was saying that he worked at Candy's restaurant, and like that made any kind of it didn't make no sense. You trying to say just because your nephew worked at her restaurant and he got shot and killed, but it was not with his roommate. I mean, it was with some kind of roommate or some shit, so they had nothing to do with Candy's restaurant. So why is he bringing up that he worked at Candy's restaurant and that it matters that it was a shooting at Candy's restaurant? So I'm like, this is stupid. Y'all just trying to make mountain out of a molehill right now and trying to poke at Candy for any which way reason because this makes no sense and it doesn't matter. It's just one incident in her business. In that case, we need to be talking about why she by Sheree is not shipping packages. Why her internet, she broke the internet. We should still be talking about that in every damn scene. Like, you don't what's going on, because we don't know what's going on over there. What's going on with production? What's going on with people saying she's selling sheet-in clothes? Y'all not asking them questions, but y'all want to worry about somebody getting shot at Candy's restaurant after she done said it was a private matter, which meant something happened between two other people. It ain't got nothing to do with Candy. But anyway, she want to be yelling at Drew, his dad, and she's acting. I was just like, what? You're acting. What's going on? And Drew looking like, what the fuck is going on here? So that's how the episode ended, and I just thought it was all stupid and really dragging. Alright, so that's the end of the episode, and that's the end of my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 2 and 3. Drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the episode, what y'all thought about all this foolishness about trying to dredge up what's going on with Candy, saying that she get a pass for stuff, which I don't see it, but okay. So just let me know what y'all think about all of that, and what else happened on this episode. I don't know. It really ain't that action packed, but I did like, Candy saying, I bring everybody out. Anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the belikedee channel, okay?